Okay, so today we have a different application. We are going over a brick foundation, and we're going to have to anchor over a painted brick. The Realstone Systems, you can either install directly over a raw brick that's not painted or sealed, and you can go directly to that material. In this case, it has a paint surface on it. So we have to take a steel anchor and a Hilti gun and actually take our mesh, our galvanized mesh, and we actually have to anchor it to the wall. We have to anchor them about 6 inches apart, and then once that's anchored, at that point then we're going to scratch coat it, and that'll give us our bonding surface, and it will make it where it's impervious to weather.
Here we have Paul from Statewide Stone installing a scratch coat and prepping the brick surface the installation of the Realstone panels. Put the metal lath up, and then Paul is just scratch coating in with enough mortar to cover the lath. He takes it right on down to the foundation, and after the panels are installed, we'll put pea gravel down beneath there just so you got a nice strip edge. Here, how we got it nice and covered.
Yep, covered up. Clean the edges off so you don't get any extras there. So we're going to squish it in, get it level, and then we'll go back through and we'll shoot a grout bag around any voids that we get.
You need a shim?
I got one. Perfect.
Paul's just taking a mortar bag there, filling it up, and he'll apply some mortar around the edges. Make sure you got a nice tight fit and there are no pockets behind the stone panel. And then wipe it off, and we're good to go on to the next one.
Okay, well, this is the end of our first day. We've got about 7 hours into the job right now, and as you can see, we've accomplished quite a bit. We've got the main part of the job done, and that's actually the setup, where we pull all of our level lines and then we build up from there. So usually at the first 4 foot or so, you have your hardest areas to work with. You've got a gas meter right here that we had to cut around. We have a water tank that we have to also cut around. This is just the meter for the water gauge. We also have to at times work around gas pipes and whatnot, so those things all take a lot of time. Towards the front of the house, got to work around a limestone sill as well as corner details going into the window, so we were all set up for that. And then this is probably one of the trickier spots, and that's your outlet box areas. What we've done is we have a limestone outlet box, and this will actually serve as a spacer. That'll pull the outlet box away from the wall, and then we'll actually get it to a point where the hinge system on the cover can actually pivot up and down. It also creates a nice flat spot for anything that's going to be mounted on top of it. And then we will notch the stone around this once this is in place tomorrow morning.
You can see here they're applying a corner piece, making sure it's level, matches up. The corner pieces come together as a set. You know, one piece is 16 inches long, 6 high. The other is 8 inches long and 6 high. And they're fingered together, so it's a nice natural. And they just fit snug together. Press them in. Any mortar that would ooze out just gets wiped away. We'll place the level on the stone, make sure that it's nice and level. We'll grab the grout bag, fill it around the edges, and we're on to the next piece. Had that been individual pieces of stone, you know, this would take substantially longer to complete an installation of this nature. But that's the real beauty behind these Realstone veneer panels. That's how simple it is to apply them. Here we are back at the home in Michigan, where we're reskinning the brick facade with Realstone veneer panels. You can see that the metal lathing and scratch coat has been applied, and the installation crew is now beginning to install the stone, at least at the base, and will be moving their way up. The fellow on the right has a grout bag, and after they butter the back of each panel, make sure it's level and apply it to the scratch coat, they'll take that mortar bag and if you will, grout around the piece of stone and wipe it clean, just to make sure that there isn't any possible way that moisture or any condensation can collect behind the stone itself. Probably take a couple of days to finish the job. We're going to reskin the surface of this home again on the front side, and then wrap a wainscot all the way around. This has taken, well, probably 3 full days, and I got about another day and a half.